Hello M&Ms. Today we're going to talk about expressions and variables. Now, there is a difference between expressions and variables. So Miss Ayala is going to teach you what those are. So, a variable is a symbol. They usually use a letter of the alphabet. So to have a variable, it's usually a letter. For example, the letter A. This would be if A equals 3, then in this expression, A plus 4, what would the answer be? That's right, 7. Because a variable is a letter that stands for an unknown number. And in this particular instance, if A equals 3, then what we would do is just plug the 3 in where the A is, and 3 plus 4 is 7. Now, an algebraic expression is a combination of numbers and variables, like x plus 13. And if I told you x equaled 2, then what would be the answer to this algebraic expression? That's right, 15. Because I would plug in the number 2 where I had my x. So an algebraic expression is a combination of numbers, variables, and at least one operation. So you have to have a number, a variable, and at least one operation for an algebraic expression. So when Miss Ayala says algebraic expression, I'm talking about the combination of numbers and variables. If I just have numbers, such as this, that's just a numerical expression because they're just numbers. What you have to keep in mind is that all expressions express an idea. So they're saying something in their algebraic expression. So for example, if I had 5n written down, that means 5 times n, whatever n is. Or it could mean, I could write it more than one way. So 5 times n or 5 n's. Because if I have a number right next to my variable, right next to it, that means I'm multiplying. So 5 times of course tells us that we're multiplying. 5 times n. Now if I told you n equaled 2, then my answer for 5n would be what? That's right, it'd be 10, because I would substitute the number 2 for the n. Now, in today's lesson, 1.1, Expressions and Variables, we're going to practice translating each phrase into an algebraic expression, and then we're going to change an expression back into words. So, let's say, for example, we have this phrase, B increased by 3. I have to translate that into an algebraic expression, and I know an algebraic expression is a combination of numbers, variables, and at least one operation. Here, I have to decipher increased by. What operation would be increased by? What would I do? Excellent. That's the addition, increased by. So, I could write my algebraic expression B plus 3. I went from phrase to algebraic expression. Let's try another one. What if my expression said 6 sevens? I would know just by looking at it that that would be 6 groups of 7, because I have 6 sevens. When they're right next to each other like that, you're multiplying. So 6 sevens would be 6 times 7. And this would be just a numerical expression because I didn't have a variable. There was no letters on this one. Okay, let's say we have B minus 3. So here we're starting with the actual algebraic expression, b minus 3. So I could write b decreased by 3 because decrease tells me that I am subtracting. Let's do one more example. Let's say our algebraic expression is s added to 8. Well, added to, that's pretty clear. Added means I'm going to be using the operation addition. S added to 8. So 8 plus s would be my algebraic expression. Now I'm using 8 plus s because it said s was added to 8, showing that 8 was there first. That's why I started with the 8 and added the variable. This is an algebraic expression because it has a variable. So M&Ms, just remember, a variable is a symbol. It's usually a letter of the alphabet that stands for an unknown number. So if you have a letter and a number with at least one operation, that's an algebraic expression. If they're just numbers, it only contains numbers, it's a numerical expression. Okay, so now you know all about expressions and variables. Your turn to try some.